Hello there. Once again, it's Anton from Anton Bay. Thank you for stopping by the collection room. Today I'm taking a look at an action figure. This is kind of a weird, pricey, weird one. And if you like weird, pricey figures and rare and different, consider giving me a like and possibly a subscribe if you feel like it. Anyway, this is a Frazetta Girls Fire and Ice Teegra. Rather beautiful action figure. I've not heard of Boschke Productions. I haven't heard of Icon Collectibles from Frazetta Girls. I have not heard of a lot of this. This is a very new company to me. And though I'm familiar with some of his work with comic books and stuff like that, I'm not super familiar with the particular character. But I do love some odd characters. So picked this up, pre-ordered it, I mean like 6 months ago, a year ago maybe. It's been a long time. And just arrived the other day, so we're gonna take a look at it and see kind of what's what with this. Comes with a really cool packaging backdrop. All that's very cool. I might use that. Might use that in the thumbnail. But we'll see what we get for a pre-ordered special figure. So looks like this comes off the top here in a sandwich style. I'm kind of getting Coffin Comic vibes off of this one. I did get a Coffin Comics Lady Death. Now, it looks like we get a panther with, looks like tail articulation, neck articulation, but not a lot else. It's kind of just an accessory, a pack in. I'm okay with that. It doesn't have to move or do a lot. We get a secondary panther head, and the jaw does move, so that's cool. I wonder if the jaw moves on this one. No, it does not. So the extra tiger head actually moves like that. That's pretty cool. Let me slightly adjust how I'm sitting here. Immediately we have little tiny daggers and stuff falling out, and that's never good. Don't have the biggest review area right here. Nothing is strapped in place, which I kind of appreciate because, man, sometimes they buckle things in so much that like I can't do anything with it. Let's get Teegra out of there. I think that's everything in there. And I think we'll set her over there for the moment. And we'll take a look at the accessories first. We get variant hair, which, you know, with these bald faces, they're pretty, but they do have a hole in the head. So I bet you that just logs into that somehow. Maybe difficultly. I see it, but the ear is getting in the way, so I'm not positive how that goes. And I hate, like, if it was a figure company I knew, I would be able to, you know, figure this stuff out. This comes with a sharpened stick. Kind of a dark background for some of this stuff. Comes with a nice little knife. Comes with a spear, which looks pretty good. We get a variation of hands, open gesturing hand. Like I said, 2 different head sculpts with, I guess, different facial expressions on them. Not a ton of difference, but enough, I guess. And like I said, we get variant hair, which I guess I'll have to figure out how that goes on there. It's always awkward when you are dealing with the first-time action figure because it's like I don't know what this company's thoughts are or how they do stuff. But you get Teegra going on here. And of course, being a new figure producer, I don't know how fragile things are. That always makes me a little nervous. How things come apart, how it works. This top thing, let's see. I'm guessing the head has to come off for that to be removed. Pop. Take that. This is kind of a nice sheer piece. And you get a classic Jungle Girl body outfit. Looks like you got a, what do they call them? The dumbbell peg in the neck. And for everything, you know what? I'm going to move just a little bit closer. And zero in on her. We got this little flat piece that goes there. I'm being very gentle because I don't want to break anything. And like I said, I don't know how this company makes stuff. You know what I mean? It's kind of up in the air. So like some of the fragile figures I've had in the past, I don't want to break anything. But I can already tell you I'm not a big fan of how the knees are done. I don't like those kneecap overflow things. They're a little bit on the goofy side. I do think I'll pop her head back on just for the sake of the sake. Pretty stiff, but not too bad. So you get ball joints at the shoulder. They're a little stiff. I don't want to break anything. There is some gappage there when you rotate it. It's not too bad. No upper bicep cut. Very slender arms. I don't want to break. I'm not going to say that the figure feels fragile, but I'm just afraid of breaking new figures, especially when it's a company I don't know. If this was a Storms collectible, I'd know what I could do with it. If it was a DC, the Bombshells, I would know how fragile it is because those have broken on me a lot. But this, don't really know. So we're giving it a try. Initially, though, I will say the paint on this thing looks good. The flesh tones, the pinkness has all looked very good. It does have some quality about it that reminds me of more collectibles Buffy figures, which I don't really feel like is a very high compliment because those weren't exactly the best. This whole design is a little weird. I'm not going to lie. Don't know how I feel about that. Her ab crunch is really good, and that's very well hidden for a point of articulation. You get single jointed elbows, wrist with a rotation and a pivot, which is good. The neck joints we saw. Hip joints, it looks like a ball joint. It's a big ball joint in there. It's actually huge, hidden inside the giant butt cheek, I guess. Yeah, that ball joint is a massive inside there. So I guess I don't have to worry about that breaking. And it's all solid. Like, this is all solid. There's no soft pieces like Storm Collectibles has like a skeleton with like an overlay that's soft. This is all solid. So I do kind of like that. Don't like the knees. Don't know that I like this hip design. It's a little weird. Because then when you move out, you get this weird gappage that just looks odd. The butt kind of looks weird. That's kind of weird. And I'm not a huge fan of the knees. How they did that. Because it's just a single ball joint hidden underneath the protruding down kneecap. You get ankle rocker pivots. Not bad. The feet look really good. Like, all of that. The sculpting looks fantastic. I mean, I can tell you, like, obviously, that looks fantastic. I don't know how this thing comes off. It feels like it just keeps getting... Oh, it's just stretchy. I'm going to pull it out of the way just for now because it keeps whipping around into the road. I know I've said a lot of negatives. It is a beautiful figure. It does have a good... Okay, it actually doesn't move too bad. It's got kind of a... You can hear that rubbery, sticky feel. So there is... It's not a brittle plastic, which is good. I don't know. I kind of don't know how I feel about it. A little bit on the odd side. I would like to see if I can get one of these hairs on. Which I feel like it's going to be tough. Like, I don't know why that's so tough. It's probably just, I mean, I know it's just a peg. There it goes. I'm in the peg. I don't know if I love the hair. Maybe I'm just not a big fan of down hair. But I'm going to pop this head off. I'm going to try this secondary head and see how that looks. I don't mind that. The hair does seem to get in the way of a lot of the articulation of the movement. I'm going to slide this stuff over. You know what? While I'm looking at this thing, because it is one of the first I've even seen from this line, I'm going to give the cat's head a real quick try. Oh. Oh my goodness. Maybe I won't. Whew. That is on there. So I'm feeling like I need to run this under hot water before I get much farther and maybe loosen up some of these stiff joints. I don't know how to describe the texture of it. It's smooth and painted, but not gummy or rubbery, if that makes any sense. It does have a nice heft and quality feel to it. It was a pricey thing. I could tell they're trying new things with articulation and design. And I don't know how I feel about all of it. I don't know how successful all of it was. I have a feeling this is a figure I'm going to have to, like, I don't know, evaluate for a while. I feel like the arms could be a little bit heftier. They are very thin, and that kind of concerns me. The outfit works. The clothes work. The look isn't bad. I'm a little on the fence about it. So I don't know if I could totally endorse it. I know I've spent some pretty good money on figures that cost more that I liked a lot better. I've spent less money on figures that I think I like better than this one too. So that might be a big deal breaker. So you'd have to be a pretty big fan of either Frazetta Girls or anything he's done. Mostly I just love Jungle Girl characters. If you've ever seen my comic book videos, that's one of the big things I love to review. Old and new. And so this was the first one that I really saw. I was like, oh man, I gotta try this out. But I'm kind of having mixed feelings about it and mixed results. So I guess let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you think this figure was is good, decent. It feels different in hand than I think I expected it to. And maybe that's just kind of some of my thoughts on it. But either way, let me know what your guys' thoughts. And if you like this video, give me a like, hit the subscribe button. And I will catch you guys later. Thank you so much for watching.